With rising tensions in Gaza, Samford students came together to discuss the effects at home and abroad.
Are you thinking green? Learn how you can help Samford sustainability in everyday life.
Stay tuned to hear how Samford Volleyball is honoring a former player and supporting a wonderful cause with the color orange. Samford News Network starts right now. Welcome to Samford News Network. I'm Sam Allen.
And I'm Allie Durbin. Thanks for joining us.
With rising tensions in Gaza, Samford students came together to discuss the effects at home and abroad. SNN's Maggie Corbett has more details.
Today on Samford's campus, they had a discussion and a panel meeting about the ongoing crisis in Israel over the Gaza Strip. Tensions in the Middle East are on the rise as the Israel-Palestinian conflict escalates in Gaza. The situation has deteriorated with both sides exchanging crossfire. This conflict threatens regional stability and the world watches with growing concern. Among those growing concerned are college students like Olivia Lee. I met with her to find out more about why she attended today.
To educate myself, to know what's going on in the world, especially seeing so much on the news recently about Hamas and them attacking Israel, not knowing the background about why the specific war has started again was very good to know, and I think it's very important to know from a Christian stance as well, and how we as Christians are able to support one another, and people who aren't Christians able to support them as well.
I also met with Maya Morris to find out if she found the panel helpful.
I just think it was interesting that the professors were able to shed light on the history and the background of the situation, and I also think that it was interesting that we had a biblical professor, and being a Christian school and being part of the Christian community here, I like that light was shed on the situation.
This is Maggie Corbett for SNN.
One of the most exciting opportunities a student can have is studying abroad. As students register for the upcoming semester, there are many study abroad programs to consider. Jennifer Lackey, the director of Samford Abroad, has more info.
The ones for this upcoming cycle in May and summer, every one of them is amazing, and I think would be an excellent opportunity for a student. We try to make sure they all offer gen ed credits if possible, so if you need to do your SOA 200 course, we're offering that in London and Prague, Germany, and Barcelona, Spain, so there's just lots of really good opportunities if you need gen ed courses.
Some of the locations offered in the upcoming May term include London, Rome, Barcelona, Paris, and the Dominican Republic.
While you're thinking about which country to visit abroad, don't forget about signing up for classes next semester. Samford has made some changes to the course registration process. Students no longer have to use a PIN number to register. They only need to schedule a meeting with their advisor and walk through their desired courses. The advisor can then lift the hold on the student's account following the meeting. This makes the process easier for everyone. Junior Ethan Henshaw thinks not having a PIN number makes the planning feature a better option for all to use.
I think too, for students who are proactive about their registration and are really looking to register plans or make plans before they go into registration, because that's a great option to make it super seamless and register in less than 5 minutes. It's really nice to not have to have my PIN every single time I go in to make a plan.
Early registration began on Monday, October 16th. Students with 90 or more credit hours began registration on Wednesday, October 18th. Students with 58 or more credit hours will register on Wednesday, October 25th. Students with 26 or more credit hours will register on Wednesday, November 1st. Students with 0 or more credit hours will register on Wednesday, November 8th. Returning students not currently enrolled will register on Wednesday, November 15th.
Samford has made many strides in its effort to improve diversity and race relations on campus. SNN's Donovan Wyatt has the details.
Recently, Samford University has posted their updated diversity action plan for the 2022 through 2023 academic year. But what exactly is this plan? I spoke with Dr. Denise Gregory, the Assistant Provost for Student Success and Diversity, for the details.
The Diversity Action Plan is a plan that was created in response to the Task Force on Racial Justice report that Samford University created in 2020. The Diversity Action Plan is a more robust, detailed plan of how we move forward in terms of race reconciliation on our campus.
With this in mind, I asked Dr. Gregory what the plan was designed to achieve and its overall importance to Samford. This was her response.
It's important to our students as well as to every one of our stakeholders here because we want to ensure that every person here on Samford's campus has a place where they feel like they belong and that they are shown the love of Christ to everyone.
So what can students do to be more involved in the plan? There are several avenues in which students can help make a difference.
There are so many places that students can be plugged in with their work, whether it be being a part of the Multicultural Affairs Committee, which is a part of our SGA. They can also attend different events that speak to race and conversations around race on our campus. And then also just be mindful of making sure that we are have a place for all students to share their belonging and be included on our campus.
For SNN, I'm Donovan Wyatt.
This past week, Samford students were able to represent their departments on Brewer Plaza. SNN's Camilla Figueroa has more information.
Samford University held its annual Major Connections Fair last week. Undeclared students and students looking to change their major were there to explore the different majors Samford has to offer. The representatives for the business schools, Sloan Womack and Samuel Rodriguez, share what they are looking forward to when talking to students in attendance.
We have a bunch of undeclared students as well who are just not sure what to do, and it will be a great opportunity for people to actually get themselves situated in something that will not only just be a career but also a passion. So that is something that I'm definitely looking forward to.
The Majors Connections Fair shows off all the amazing programs Samford has to offer to undeclared students. It also highlights the amount of undeclared students there are. According to Samford's fact sheet this year, there are in the incoming freshman class 116 undeclared students, which makes up 10% of the current freshman student class. Out of the 27 majors at Samford University, there are more students in the undeclared major than 23 other majors at Samford for the entering freshman class. With 116 students in the undeclared major, that's the same as the amount of students in the nursing major alone. Dana Basinger explains why that may be so.
We do have a lot of undeclared majors. Some of those are athletes, so the athletics department likes for their students to come in undeclared. It helps them with their NCAA regulations. We also have some pre-pharmacy students who are technically undeclared students, and there are a large number of those. But the rest of them, and this is probably about a little over 100 students that are truly just undeclared students, not sure what they're planning to do.
In order to help the undeclared students figure out what they want to do, they have been required to attend the Majors Connections Fair and are also being put in a variety of different classes together and talking with advisors on what they might want to pursue through reflection and extensive research. From SNN, it's Camilla Figueroa.
Stay up to date on all your latest Samford news with us online. Follow us on Instagram at SNN Samford.
Or you can check us out online at thesamfordcrimson.com. Still to come on the Samford News Network. SGA starts off the fall season with a night of fall festivities.
I recently spoke with the culinary advisor, James Bricione, about his new role in Samford's cafeteria. Samford News Network will be right back.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to Samford News Network.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. A few students want to help keep Samford green. SNN's Caroline Spikes is out in Ben Brown Plaza to show us a few things she's learned.
So I spoke to the student coordinators and we talked a few ways we can improve sustainability at Samford. One of those ways including this thrift find I have on right now.
Thrifting, using reusable water bottles, and recycling are all practices this student-led campaign is trying to spread. Senior Gracie Hoyt and Samford alum Marley Bristow teamed up with Samford Sustainability Spring Semester 2023 in hopes for a good grade, but has now turned into something more.
It's really giving me like a real life job experience of what that's going to look like in the future. And sustainability in itself is not something that I would normally gravitate towards, but it has given me a newfound love for sustainability.
Not only do the students say it helps them grow as businesswomen, but they say it grows them spiritually as well.
Sustainability to me and our team really means stewarding the earth well, because it is God's creation. And so at Samford, that's really what we try to focus on. We want to keep it as beautiful and as clean and as sustainable as possible.
One of the team's objectives is to grow their social media presence, which has caught President Beck Taylor's eye.
I'm encouraged by seeing that. I'm inspired and I'm challenged because I know I could be doing more, right? And so to see students so engaged on this, to be really taking a leadership role in this, inspires me, and it also causes me to ask questions like, well, what more can I be doing?
So what more could you be doing? Well, Murdoch says it's simple. Just
reduce, reuse, and recycle, y'all.
For SNN, I'm Caroline Spikes.
Thanks, Caroline. If you want to support and keep up with upcoming events, you can follow their Instagram at sustainability@Samford. Samford's cafeteria has undergone major renovations, but that's not the only thing that's new. SNN's Allie Durbin has more.
Samford's cafeteria's new renovations have been recognized as a great step forward for campus. Along with these new changes in appearance, Samford has encouraged a more diverse food selection. And with these new changes came James Brissillon, a Samford alumni.
James is a proud Samford alum, and he's made a very distinguished career for himself in the culinary arts. He owns a very successful restaurant in Pensacola called Angelina's, and he's distinguished himself on a number of different TV shows.
Chef Brissillon was brought in last year for a Mardi Gras celebration and made beignets for Samford students. With the success of his treats and a desire to provide high-quality food, Samford offered him a position as culinary advisor.
You know, can really enhance their lives that they can take along with them. Whether it's going back home for Thanksgiving and having a new side dish that you can contribute to Thanksgiving dinner, or some kind of at the new year when everyone's thinking about resolutions and being healthful, some easy sort of takeaways that that they can take with them to achieve whatever goals they may have set out.
Along with his position at Samford, Chef Brissillon keeps busy with other things in the food world. Chef Brissillon and his wife, Brooke, opened Angelina's Ristorante Italiano, where he serves as the executive chef. He is also a featured chef on Food Network's app, along with a two-time Chop champion, a Beat Bobby Flay winner and judge, as well as a best-selling cookbook author. His many accolades have helped him get to this point in his career, and Samford President Beck Taylor is very excited for changes in the CAF.
His love of food and for food and good food, I think, is contagious, and so I hope that he brings a little bit of that to Samford students.
Chef Brissillon's impact at Samford will slowly but surely be made known in Samford's cafeteria. If you're interested in trying Chef Brissillon's food, come to the CAF next Friday. He'll be serving a creamy pumpkin pasta dish for all students before homecoming weekend starts. For SNN, I'm Allie Durbin.
Thanks for that report, Allie.
This fall, Samford's hosted the largest amount of students enrolled, at 5,791 students. Let's see how these large numbers are affecting the admissions office's weekday tours and preview days.
This past fall, Samford faced record enrollment numbers. More and more students are choosing to attend Samford University. The Samford Admissions Office hosts weekday tours as well as preview days for families and high school students wanting to learn more about Samford and all it has to offer. With the increasing number of students enrolled, weekday tour numbers are also increasing. Additionally, the biggest events for prospective families are preview days.
I would say our preview days are consistently our largest events, and we haven't seen a huge increase or decrease in our enrollment in preview days compared to past years. Our daily visits have definitely seen an increase. And I would say that kind of showcases the really intentional, smaller side of Samford. And Preview Day does that as well for sure, but on much of a larger scale event base.
According to Samford's website, Preview Days invites students to, quote, tour the South's most beautiful campus, meet current students and faculty, and cheer on the Samford Bulldogs at a football game.
We start with our opening session where our families and students get to hear from the president. Right after that, we break out into two groups. So one group will go on their campus tour with our Samford recruitment team. They'll get to see all the different areas of campus, and then they'll go to a scholarship and application session that our director of admission, as well as our dean of admission, lead, and our students and our parents separate for that. And then they come back together for our community fair, which kind of wraps up the day, where they get to hear from all of our different schools across campus and our campus partners.
To register for the last Preview Day offered this fall on November 11th, visit samford.edu/admissions. For SNN, I'm Caroline Vaccaro.
A recent survey sent out to the student body has on-campus housing in the spotlight. Samford University is seeking student feedback on housing options for the future now that enrollment is on the rise. The survey includes questions about students' satisfaction with residing on campus. It also asks about which type of housing unit is preferred, from the dorm styles of Smith and Vale to the suites of West Village. The survey has mock-up floor plans and projected costs for each unit. However, it stresses that these are just projections for the survey and not the final product. According to Samford's Vice President for Finance, Business Affairs, and Strategy, Colin Coyne, they want to know what students value for future housing developments.
And so that's why we need the student feedback, is where is value, where are features, what sort of features do people want. But I think what you can expect is, as you look at Samford's residential housing portfolio, we will always try to maintain gradations, so that there will be some housing that is more affordable and some housing that is more, if you will, premium priced based on the features that are available. And we think that's important so that every student has a place to live on Samford campus.
The university says it wants to balance requested features with the cost of building new residences and maintaining old ones.
It's time for some news about news and Samford's news literacy as a whole. The Samford Crimson and our own Samford News Network's audience numbers remain low. Across campus, Crimson newsstands are full of old, unread issues. Samford News Network's YouTube channel currently has 22 subscribers, and the highest viewership number for the channel was found on the SNN broadcast from November 1st, 2022, which currently sits at 468 views. Journalism professor Will Heath offered some ways Samford's campus can improve on news literacy.
We can promote ourselves better. We've gotten a little bit of help, I think, from some folks with the university. They've helped promote awards that we've won and accomplishments, achievements and that kind of thing, and just the product itself has been helpful. I think from a news literacy standpoint, probably the thing that matters the most is, shameless plug, but take some classes, in the JMC department. Those are award-winning journalists who've now become award-winning professors who have a lot of wisdom and knowledge that they can impart.
The Samford Crimson and SNN publish articles and videos weekly. Both the Crimson and SNN's content can be found on the Crimson website.
Last Wednesday night, Samford's SGA came together to host their first annual fall kickoff on Ben Brown. The evening was designed to bring students together as the autumn season arrives on campus, taking a break from their studies to enjoy some relaxing fall-themed activities. The event comes after a recent separation of sorts between the SGA and Samford's events teams in the Office of Student Leadership and Involvement. In the past, similar events have been organized by the events team at the Office of Student Leadership and Involvement. However, the festivities for this year were created solely by the Student Activities Council, a branch of the SGA. Despite the shifts and changes, the kickoff nevertheless delivered a festive night of fun for students to remember as the weather begins to cool and the leaves begin to change.
I mean, look at that. Look at the atmosphere right now. I mean, there are so many folks out from all different majors, all different classes. And so I spoke about it a little bit briefly, but we've got a fire pit out here, s'mores, graham crackers, apple cider, candle, and pumpkin painting. I'm going to go paint a pumpkin here in a little bit myself. And so a little bit of everything. I simply describe it as a party here on Ben Brown. And so there's a lot of folks here, and we're just excited. And so I think it's a good night. Good night.
Samford's SGA has many other events planned for the coming months, so be on the lookout for more in the near future.
Stay up to date on all your latest Samford news with us online. Follow us on Instagram at SNN Samford.
Or you can check us out online at thesamfordcrimson.com.
Stay tuned to hear how intramurals are deepening relationships on campus.
Coming up, hear how one former Samford volleyball player is leaving a lasting legacy on the team. We'll be right back.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to Samford News Network. A Samford organization is opening a pop-up thrift shop on Ben Brown as a fundraiser for their mission.
International Justice Mission is a national organization that is working to fight against human trafficking. This week, Samford's chapter of IJM is hosting their biggest event of the year, a pop-up thrift shop.
IJM has set up donation boxes across Samford's campus. They'll take your gently used clothing to help fight for a cause.
So Threads is the biggest fundraiser that IJM does, and it's a pop-up thrift shop. So we pretty much just get the universities, all the universities that do it around the country, get their specific university to donate all clothes that are gently used, and then pretty much organize the clothes and put up a pop-up thrift shop on the campus where the students can come and shop, and then all the proceeds go directly to fund missions to rescue trafficking victims.
So all of the chapters for this 2023-2024 academic year have a goal of raising $100,000 to fight against trafficking, and with that it cost $9,100 to fund a sex trafficking rescue mission, and so if we raise $100,000 we can fund 11 of those.
IJM is taking donations until October 21st. Their official Threads thrift shop will take place on Ben Brown on October 25th and 26th. With SNN, I'm Courtney Robeson.
The Latino Student Organization is a growing organization on campus that promotes a stronger Samford community.
The Latino Students Organization, better known as the LSO, hosted their Noche de Bailar, which means dance night, at the top of the Brock School of Business. Students were able to engage with the Latin American culture through dancing.
One of the most beautiful things about my culture is we are all born knowing how to dance. I don't know how, it's just in our blood, but we want to celebrate that with other people that are not just Latino, that are maybe just Americans, international students.
Students from all backgrounds attended the Noche de Bailar. Jose Ocampo, president of the LSO, shared some remarks about the mission of the LSO.
Everyone here is not like anyone else. You know, we are all created different, but the one thing that does bring us together is the Lord who created us. So I would just say continue to be who you are and celebrate everyone for who they are.
The Latino Student Organization is one of many organizations on campus that offers students the ability to grow and join together to build a stronger campus community. Reporting for SNN, I'm Nicholas Harston.
At other schools, intramural sports are only about joining a team and competing, but here intramurals means much more than that. Playing for an intramural league on campus is more than just competing against other students. Here, playing intramurals means that you can find community and fellowship. There's a great community impact when you sign up to play intramurals. We asked a fellow intramural football player about his thoughts about what makes Samford intramurals special to our community.
I feel like the community that Samford University has already makes it way more special because you get to build a bond with friends, and there's never any real bad blood when you're playing. We're competing against other Samford students, and we always realize that we come out here for the fun, never the rivalry or any competition for real.
If you want to be part of a community, you can sign up for the next intramural league, which is volleyball. You can sign up from any time from October 23rd to October 31st on the IM Leagues app.
One organization on campus has taken their competitive nature and focused it for a good cause. Think Pink is Zeta Tau Alpha's annual philanthropy event. It's a volleyball tournament that raises money for breast cancer awareness. The tournament took place last night in Bashinsky Gym. Pink Dream took first place for the 3rd consecutive year.
Another week, another volleyball match, another win for the Samford Bulldogs. However, this match was not of the ordinary.
The Samford volleyball team held their annual Dig Orange match this Friday here at the Pete Hanna Center.
Samford is notorious for its red and navy representation. So why would the volleyball team host an orange-themed event? The answer? To honor a player who passed away from leukemia in 2013.
Caroline Neisler played at Samford. She transferred in, and she played one semester here at Samford, and then that's when after that, she passed away. And so it really impacted not just the Samford volleyball team, but the Samford students here. And we really the only way we know how to honor her best is to play the sport that she loved in her honor. And so we just want to raise support, not only just for her cause, to remember her and her legacy here at Samford, but we also want to honor and love on her family who suffered such a tragic loss. We want to raise awareness for leukemia and be able to use this time to donate and support and be able to help a cause that is much bigger than us.
The Lady Bulldogs played with an undeniable energy to honor Caroline and her family. They defeated Chattanooga 3-0.
For SNN, I'm Anna Hope Bigham.
That's all the time we have left for Samford News Network. Join us again next week for our latest episode.
In the meantime, get all your latest SNN news online at thesamfordcrimson.com or on Instagram at SNN Samford.
Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next week. Have a great day.